When did you start feeling it in the Lakers game?
First quarter, then it kind of went away, and get the adrenaline going in the game, like kind of those things you can kind of forget about them, especially when it's not too serious. So but after the game, got it checked out, got some imaging done, so just knew I needed a little bit of time.
And obviously, since you've been out, the big three played in their first game.
Yeah.
How much are you looking forward to joining them and being part of that?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun to watch those guys finally get some court time together out there. I'm excited to mix in, get out there with them. I think it's going to be some fun basketball being played.
The only other thing I had was, what did you see the other night that makes you, when you're watching, you're going, okay, I can do that, or I can do that to help them come on the floor with those three?
I mean, those guys they draw so much attention. So there's a lot of space in the backside, or if you're one pass away from them. So that's obviously a great spot for me to be one pass away from them, because I can either give them space, or if they help off, I can knock down the shot. And we had some good actions with having various guys being screeners on them, not just the bigs, but some of our guards and wings too. So I've done that a lot, so I know I can mix in that, be a screener, get some threes, roll and make plays in the paint, finding other guys or scoring in there. So there's a lot of different ways. It'll continue to evolve the more minutes we play out there together.
Grayson, coming back tonight, will there be any limitations at all, or a minutes restriction?
No, nothing. I'm ready to go.
And then Sean Marion's getting inducted into the Suns Ring of Honor tonight. Just what are your impressions of him as what he was doing as a player, and then also just what he meant to the organization?
He was a great player. When I was coming up, he was one of those guys in 2K that I always liked to play with, because he always had crazy dunk packages in the game. So he was a fun player to watch, and he's obviously an awesome representative for the Suns, and so it's a big time night to get to honor him, special player.
When we were talking to some of the guys, they were mentioning one of the things they miss with you the most is the pace that you bring to the game. Is that something that you look at the big three and you guys are playing and say, I can push the tempo a little bit here?
You said pace. Just being attacking in transition, or even after makes, being that guy that brings the ball up with force, or if one of those guys is bringing up, being able to sprint to the corner, being a shooter, it draws the guy with me. So if the guy's bringing the ball up the same side, he's got so much room to operate. But pushing the ball in transition off of misses or quick outlets, this year, especially with whoever it is on the court, I feel like I've done a pretty good job of finding those guys in transition. If they get off the ball early, it's tough for their guy to top lock them or deny them in a transition scenario. So it's pretty easy for me to find them or take advantage of the space if no one collapses.
For most of the season, you guys have had one or two of those three guys out. How exciting is it for you on that second side to know, I'm either going to be wide open or I'm going to be able to attack rotating defenses?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun. Some of the three-man actions that we can get into with those three, and having me or the big as a screener or someone spacing on the weak side, it's pretty fun in concept, at least looking at it in practice. I'm excited to get more game reps and looking at it, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Can I get a picture of your mask?
Yeah, can we see this?
Or can we, I guess.
Thank you.
Sorry.
First, how does that feel on your face?
It's actually not, the actual feel of it is pretty comfortable. It's not that bad. In regards to playing with it, it's weird. It's only been I've only played one game in it so far. So, I'm still adjusting to it, but it's just weird. It's not easy, but, it is what it is. You gotta do what you can.
Can you take us through the tumble you took with Joel? I mean, did you even, A, did you see him coming? And B, when you hit the floor, were you like, this is...
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it was a dirty play. I watched it over and over. He had hooked my arm and just like, maybe he was trying to sell a foul. But yeah, he had hooked my arm. I could have broke my arm after I watched it back a couple times, but hooked me, he fell. So I had his weight combined with the weight of my own going to the ground, and as I fell, I hit Mezzi's like hip, thigh area, and I just initially, like, you know, you could see how I was on the floor. I was just like grabbing my face. I didn't know how serious it was at the moment. I tried to get up and run down and walk it off, but it was just I was kind of dazed a little bit. Was kind of out of it, a little disoriented, and then went to the timeout or the end of the quarter. You know, they were asking me if I wanted to go to the back, and I was trying to play, but as the rest period went on, I was like, all right, let me just go to the back because it's starting to, I can feel something coming on. And, you know, I got to the back and I started losing feeling in my lip and my cheek. And then I was like, my head started hurting. I started feeling sick. So then I was like, all right, yeah, something's definitely going on. So just unfortunate, freak accident. The doctors said they haven't really seen nothing like that. I feel like that's been the story of my career, just always something random happening, but it is what it is.
And how's your child responded to even looking at you and thinking, what's going on with my dad? I'm not seeing him.
I mean, she don't know what's going on. She would probably sleep. She just been sleeping and eating, so she ain't. I come home, I'm not wearing this all the time, so she knows me, so it's all good.
Next couple of days, like symptom-wise, and kind of going through the concussion protocol?
You know, just a standard concussion. You know, head was hurting, sensitive to light, sensitive to noise, that type of stuff. But just like the numbness, like my face is still numb. Like I still can't feel my face. Like I can't feel my lip right here and my cheek. Like my eye kind of hurts. So it's just kind of weird. It's a weird feeling. It's like pins and needles, I guess, is a good way to describe it. And, you know, the first 2 days I was, you know, concussion stuff, and, you know, they were asking me to come out of protocol and start that process. And, you know, it's a pretty rigorous return to play process when you're coming out of concussion. So, you know, I got after it and somehow was able to play on Wednesday. So yeah.
Orbital fracture, like what kind of goes into that? Like you mentioned the pins and needles kind of feeling. Is it
Yeah.
do for that other than wear the mask?
So luckily I didn't. It was non-displaced, so I didn't have to get surgery. That was the initial hurdle we were trying to figure out. I was able to function my eye, so they said that essentially like it just has to heal. It's not like anything drastic is gonna happen. They gave me some medicine for it, but I don't know. They said just take time because it's a nerve thing. So like when you get hit, your nerve just kind of gets hit, and you know, it's a body response to try to protect yourself. So it just shocks and your face just goes numb. I didn't know that was a thing. You know, I was worried. I was like, Brian, I can't feel my face. Like, what's going on? He's like, oh, it's normal. But they said take some weeks to come back. So yeah, so I'm just waiting it out, waiting to feel my face again.
So does that mean you'll be wearing that for weeks?
Yeah, I'll be wearing this for, you guys are going to get pretty used to seeing me in this thing. It's going to be a little part of me for a while. So, yeah, so I got to learn how to get along with it.
Are you surprised you were able to seemingly pick up where you left off as far as your play?
Yeah, a little bit. I thought I would be more tired because of the return to play protocol. So like I was, like the morning of the game I had to play, like it was just like a lot of like stuff like that. I thought my body would be tired, and it kind of was. I didn't know I was going to play that much the other night, but I felt good. You know, I had a few days of rest, you know what I'm saying? So like my body felt solid. And you know, I try to bring that intensity every night, so you know, I live with the results, you know.
Obviously, it was the first game with KD, Book, and Brad all out there together. How did you like the look when you were out there with them, being able to kind of space the floor and attack the spacing?
Yeah, it's you know, they're obviously great players. They command so much respect, and It's gonna open up things for guys like myself, Grayson, Eric. When they come back, it's gonna be tough to handle. Like you said, they got to honor those guys so much that it gives us a lot of open shots, a lot of open space to attack things. So, for myself, you got to be aggressive in those moments and be sure of yourself and try to relieve some of that pressure so they can't do those gimmick type defenses.
Last thing, Dad, how's the sleep been as a new dad?
It's been good. It's been good. We got some stuff in place, and we got a good system going to make sure that I get my rest, especially on game days. And my lady's been amazing with just taking care of her throughout the night, and it doesn't really bother me that much, and I do my part as well. But it's been fine for me. She wake up, give her a bottle. If you give her that bottle, you're gonna be fine. That's what I learned. Like, when the bottle's not ready, that's when it gets shaky. But if that bottle's on standby, everything's gonna be smooth. So it hasn't been that bad.
What do you think it says about the team to see Messi starting after logging a bunch of DMPs and then you yourself just getting a lot of playing time and you're not getting much at the beginning?
Yeah, I mean, it's just I think for the staff, it was just a matter of seeing what we got. I knew it was going to take time to kind of try different things out. Our lineups have been guys get hurt in and out every game. It seems like we get a guy back, a guy goes out. So we're still trying to get that continuity and get that consistency lineup so we could just start really putting games together and start really building our chemistry. But we have a deep team. I think we've been saying that for a while. Messi's been playing great, so I'm happy for him and him doing his thing. And we just got to take advantage of our opportunities. And I think we've all done that. And even the guys that have played and their minutes have gone down, I think they've taken advantage of their opportunities. But just a matter of the game is kind of give and take sometimes. So just got to go with it.
One other thing I had just to piggyback off of that, I'm not saying coaches don't make halftime adjustments because they do, but to come and have you start the second half after Messi started the first half, is that a rarity, or has this happened more in the league than what I'm thinking?
That's pretty rare. I've seen it a few times. Usually it's somebody gets hurt maybe, but in regards to just changing it, I haven't really seen it much in my experience. But I think it's a matter of just trying to try different things, and sometimes you got to go with the flow of the game. And I think what I do notice is maybe they don't start somebody at the half, but they'll sub them in early and let that lineup, go for an extended stretch. I think that's kind of how they do it, just to make things seem a little more consistent. But I haven't really seen that much either.
No, I was with the master. I know you had said it kind of impacts your vision. What would you say was the biggest adjustment? Was it the weight of it, or is it the vision?
It's pretty light. It's pretty light. I wouldn't say it's the mask itself. The side peripheral vision is solid. I don't know if you've ever heard of dribble goggles before. It's a training device, but it basically blocks your bottom half. So when you're working on ball handling, you have to train on just using, looking forward. So I can't really see below. I can't really see down. So as a player, when you're dribbling, you may not be looking at the ball, but I can see the ball. You know what I'm saying? But with this, I can't. If somebody throws me a pass to my chest, I can't really see the ball. It's kind of. I probably noticed it a little bit when I first came in. Excuse my language. I was falling all over the place and just kind of out of it. But as the game went on, I started to kind of get a feel for it. But it's just a little weird. It kind of feels like if you ever watched a movie with the widescreen, it kind of looks like I'm playing a game through that lens in a way. It's just kind of I can see the black part of the mask and I can't really see the ball. So when I'm dribbling, I won't be able to see somebody's hand probably, or just little things like that. But I think as I play, I'll be able to start figuring out how to get by that.
Why are you playing and not seeing the ball?
Man, just reps, man. Just a lot of reps. I've been trying to go through everything I possibly can with this on. Shootarounds, I go through my pregame shooting, warm-ups. So I just try to wear it as much as possible on the court, and just trust my instincts and skill set and hope for the best, and live with the results. So, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens.
Wow.
Thanks.
Cool.
All right,
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you guys.